Good morning, everyone. I might be hard to hear this morning. I'll tell you what, mornings, I have mucus all day long, but mornings are really rough on me. And not, I don't believe it's because I'm elderly. I think like the mucus and stuff, I think that's my body that produces the mucus enough to get rid of all the toxins and stuff that I breathe in that's out there in the air, and so it don't get into my body. Now I do know that there's a lot of other ways that chemicals and pollutants and everything uh, have ways of getting into my body, but for the most part, I believe that my body self protects itself. And although it's miserable, uh, the mucus don't go any further than my bronchial tubes, and I, with a lot of work and a lot of um, it's miserable. I eventually get that mucus up out of my bronchial tubes, up out of my sinuses, but my body does it all day long. And I believe that that's my body's mechanism and my brain's way of protecting my body. It's like a detection. It detects that there's chemicals in the air, starts producing the mucus to get it out. Hold on a minute. I'm back. Anyway, to all of you that are new here, I'm 81. I have trouble with my knees. They uh, no cartilage, and I know that it's due to wearing all the high heel boots that I used to wear. But I had surgery on my left knee a year ago. Well, it'll be a year in March. And now, of course, naturally, my legs don't get the kind of exercise that I need because my left knee, my right knee needs um, surgery too. So, waiting on the left one to heal, waiting on the opportunity to get the right one done. And of course, insurance plans have changed. Different things going on in the world, but I live in a camper, and I live on my daughter's property. And right now, I pay $200 a month for the electricity that I use here, which they have a well, and so I have water. But there's many other aspects that that I can't operate out of with a camper. So I'm limited in a lot of areas because I live in a camper. I've tried to make it as homey as I could, and but that's where I'm at. That's where I'm living now. I did try to live in um, government rental apartments that helped me with the rent and things like that. That just did not work for me. Hold on, I'm back. Because our intuition is very strong. Some of us have very strong intuition, and which the Creator God lives in each one of us. So I spend quite a lot of hours uh, with the Creator, listening to what Um, the Creator within me, the kingdom of God, speaks to me. Sometimes it's through my intuition, sometimes it's through knowledge and the wisdom and knowing what I went through in the past. But I knew to get off of all the government help. I got off of it all. I got out of the apartment, which my rent was only $370, something like that, a month. And then all I had to do was pay for my internet and my um, electric. I did not have to pay for water or sewer or trash. But I knew to get off of that. And I'm glad I did, because all the changes that are going on, which they try to tell you that it's not going to be for seniors, but believe me, they will find a way. That's just like food stamps. If you're 60, up up to age 64, if you're not disabled, but I don't know how exact, but there's changes. Let's put it that way. And if they believe that you're able-bodied, then you have to work, even if it's only $23 worth of food stamps a month. I'm not working for $23 in food stamps a month. And now, if I'm going to make money, yeah, I'll work. I'm not going to go out and volunteer unless I really enjoy doing it. Then that's a different thing. But there's a whole bunch of different avenues that people have to face when they're on government assistance of any form. And hold on a minute, I'm back. I've been out and about a lot the last couple of days. I took my daughter to her doctor's appointment yesterday because she just had major surgery, and she had cancer in her breast. So she took the initiative to have that all done, and they ain't allowed to drive. So I took her to the doctor's, and then I got paid yesterday, so I was out and about doing things. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today was no, I am so sorry. But I was out and about, see, and with all the toxins that's out there, my body has decided not to let it into my body. My lungs have decided and producing mucus to get it all out. So forgive me if I keep shutting you off and turn you back on, and uh, uh, if I'm hard to hear, I'm sorry. Let me take a drink of my coffee. So, but what I wanted to talk to you about today was partially that, and to introduce myself to all of you that you're new to me, and I try to live and I don't want to say positive life. I'm saying I believe a knowing within me, because uh, we were told that whatever we speak, we will get, and we are to wake up to that wisdom and in that knowledge that God lives within us, and we were given many different tools within us to be able to live this life. Because how true it is, I do not know. But and I don't understand why that the creator would do this, so I don't believe the creator did do this. I think somehow, some way, it happened another way. But they say that Lucifer, the deceiver, was thrown down to earth. Well, we're down here. So down here, if that's the case, then we have many demons to fight. But we were equipped with many different tools within us. The kingdom of God is within us to be able to fight that. And because Jesus, Yahshua, explained that all. And they turned around and killed him for that and thought that they had stopped it. But no, they haven't stopped it. They're still trying to stop the fact that we have tools within us that we don't have to depend on them. So that's where I'm getting at. The tools that's within us gives us the ability to get and achieve what it is we need to live on this earth. And different things like that. So I wanted to ask you a question. How many times in your lifetime have you said, I can't afford that? Because we say we don't have the money. And even at best, we can say, if you do have the money, and you'll still look at your situation and say, well, I'd like to have that, but I can't afford to get that. Even though you'd really like that or you need that for your business or existence or whatever. Hold on. And you say, I can't afford that. I'll wait until I can afford that. Well, see, if you really, really need it, and or you need to pay your electric bill, and you say, I can't afford to pay my electric bill, need to. Well, people are, most people are going to take the money to eat with. But we have tools within us to be able to change that. And that's our imagination and our wisdom, our intuition, our words. And if we have been programmed all of our life that if we don't have something, we speak it, which in turn brings more of not being able to afford something. See, I can't explain it like a lot of people can. Um, I'm I'm an Appalachian. Although I did go to college, finally at 62, and I learned that I was smarter than what I grew up thinking I was. But I still um, am working on the ability to explain uh, things that I've learned to others. So bear with me, folks. Somehow, some way, God, the Creator, placed His consciousness within humanity. And there's different senses that this body was given, 24 of them, and that we're taught that we're only given 5, but we were given 24 senses that helps our intuition know what's going on around us. And we have got to learn how to use them. We have speech that gives us the ability to speak our vision, to speak what it is that we may need to make our life uh, more comfortable, more enjoyable to live this life instead of living it in poverty and distress. And that the many tools that we have, and one of the things, and Joshua, Jesus said, seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall open. So watch for opportunities. Watch for different things to come after you've asked. Because James says you have not because you ask not. And why don't we ask? Because we think if we ask, well, we can't afford it. Well, it isn't always about money. It's about when we trust the Creator to know that the Creator will make a way where there seems to be no way. And if you say, well, I need $300 to pay my electric, but I've got 350. Well, there in itself is, we can ask how to figure that money out. So, okay, you buy, I don't know, you buy $50 worth of food and balance that out, make a menu, make a budget, and use the rest to pay your electric. Or if you don't have but $50, and so you gotta ask for the money, or you say thank you. And Philippians says, with thanksgiving make your requests made known. So, however, see, I can't even think right this morning. I'm still so tired, but all I can think about is this phlegm inside, and what I'm even saying. But basically, what I'm saying is that we have the power within us to achieve what it is we need. And stop saying, I can't afford it. Start saying, how can I afford it? How can I do this uh, to God? Show me how I can afford this. Thank you that I have the means and the way to afford to pay my rent. Thank you that I have the money and the means and the way to get enough food for the month. Those kind of things. Don't sit around and say I can't afford it. Now, yeah, if you're saying I want a Lamborghini, no, no. How can I afford to get a reasonable vehicle to get me back and forth to work, to get me to the grocery store and things like that? How can I afford that? And say, thank you that I have and that I am well able to find me a reasonable car to get me to where I need to go. Things like that. So don't, stop saying I can't afford it. Stop saying that I don't have enough money or I don't have enough this or that. Start believing that the Creator placed in us the way to make a way where there seems to be no way. I don't know if that made any sense or not, folks. I'll try. I'll try to do a video later that once I get all this mucus up and out, and that will explain it a little bit better. But remember, a merry heart doeth good like medicine. And as you believe in your heart, that's the way you will be. Proverbs 23:7 tells you that. Whatever you believe about yourself, whatever you believe about your circumstances, that's the way it will be, because the universe is built that way. That energy will bring like energy and bring more of what you believe in you are, and you'll go in that direction. You'll make the kind of choices that keep you into that uh, I can't afford, that I can't do, I can't. So, anyway, if you believe you can or if you believe you can't, you're right. You have a great day.